Evan Kelly has been identified as a former member of the Air Force who was forced out with a bad conduct discharge. Now, that's different from a dishonorable discharge. He spent a year behind bars for that conduct, which police say was a domestic situation. They say he had beat his wife and also his child. Now, helping us get to the bottom of all of this is former FBI agent Brad Garrett. And Brad, you know, it seems like this never should have happened on so many levels and for so many reasons. First off, how was he able to buy a gun? I guess when you get a discharge like that, you're considered a felon.
Well, that is correct. But the issue is that information has to get in to the NCIC database. So when, for example, the Texas State Police check your background, if it's not in there, they're not going to know about it. Keep in mind, this is a military conviction, so it would be up to the responsibility of the military to put it in there. So I think that's the problem.
The other issue when you look at this is there were warning signs. This was not an individual that was below radar. There were all kinds of warning signs. Why wasn't somebody notified earlier about the possibility of this guy going off the edge?
This happens almost, with the exception of Stephen Paddock at Las Vegas, all of this trail of behavior, from acquiring firearms to increased use of violence to more verbal aggression against people, and they're really what they call grievance collectors. They collect grievance and then they use that to build up and justify the shooting. And it would appear, at least what we know so far, this has something to do with his mother-in-law. And we'll have to look and see what the triggering event was. But you're exactly right. People don't feel comfortable, for whatever reason, in coming forward to tell law enforcement, you need to take a look at this guy.
You know, let me ask you this too. You're a profiler with the FBI. What is it about these mass shootings? Why, if somebody's this distraught, don't they just go out into a field and kill themselves? Because that's what they ultimately do anyway. Why do they need to include innocent victims? These are just people who went to pray.
Because it's a power play. The whole thing